This video is about the worst animal species to invade the Florida Everglades. YouTube and news articles in Florida are filled with stories about how these invasive species are destroying the environment and eating food sources that the natural species require to survive. They list pythons, peacocks, iguanas, and tegu as invasive and should be killed. The truth is, the worst invasive species are humans themselves. Humans took over areas that were once their home, and now these same assholes want to kill anything that moves, including natural existing wild species. If they aren't shooting them, they call an exterminator, or they poison them just so they can live in a sterile environment void of all life. Yes, when humans move into an area, their vehicles run over anything that crosses the road day after day. Bears, cougars, deer are not killed in the car accident, end up with massive injuries. That's what invasive humans do, besides all that pollution from plastics that chokes animals in a slow death. Then there are the little brats they bring with them that like to shoot BB guns at helpless birds. Yes, humans are disgusting, especially those that live in Florida that continue to live and build homes where wildlife once lived. Their existence and government allowing them to invade wildlife areas is shameful and mean to what God put on this earth. Humans are supposed to manage wildlife, not kill it as a quick solution. Python snakes I can see might require some culling. However, peacocks harm no one and are beautiful to the landscape. The same can be said of the iguanas that remind us of dinosaurs. Neither one of them create that false advertising the animal control claims about them, that their poop contains salmonella. And even if it did, who the hell in Florida is eating poop? Oh yeah, maybe it's those people that can't stand having them around because they might be tempted to continue eating it. Poop of any kind is always excellent fertilizer. We even pay for it by the 50-pound bags, from bat poop to cattle poop, and even poop from worms. So you cannot use poop as a reason to justify exterminating such beautiful creatures. If you don't care to see any of the beautiful animals, move back to your stinky, smoky cities. Anyone wishing to release their pet iguanas, I suggest you do so in Florida, deep into the Everglades, away from creeps that exist there that wish to live in a sterile environment. In places like Mexico, I know when I visited the ancient ruins, iguanas were always the big tourist attraction, and it's that way in all South American countries. Tegus are also considered invasive species because they eat eggs. While that's true, they don't harm anything to the degree the animal control wants you to believe. Tegus, if it wasn't for them, Florida would be overrun by mice and rats. Tegus also eat young pythons and their eggs as well. Iguanas do not at all eat their other animal food sources. What a crock of shit lies from the control people. None of them can claim exactly which natural species is starving because of the iguanas. They said the same about rabbits, and they're okay because they're cute. The state wastes millions every year paying these phonies to go out and kill what they find. The truth is, the same thing was happening in the inner cities like Philadelphia when they were paying per rat killed. The kids quickly learned to raise rats, and the same goes for the Florida exterminators. Tegus caught end up being released in another area, and it becomes a vicious circle. Up north in Michigan, they were concerned about the Asian carp getting into the lakes. The fish and game morons convinced the federal government to give them millions to do some studies, and then they asked for more money to build an electric thruway. In the end, they just discovered the fish got through anyway. I and others had warned them they were just wasting their time and money. You see, it was so easy for anyone to get a couple of fish and toss them into the lake, and someone no doubt did. These carp are no problem to anyone any more than those brought over back in the early 1800s by the Chinese. Iguanas have beautiful iridescent color patterns, and who is the douchebag on YouTube that claims iguanas are aggressive is an idiot. Those lizards, like tegu, are like chickens and will run away from asshole people trying to kill them. When I see them, I will always feed them, including the peacocks. Those creatures are as welcomed as the immigrants trying to enter. Shameful of Florida for allowing people to move into swamps. I hope you all end up in one of those sinkholes, which are all created by you, the people, draining swamps to build homes where they do not belong. I can always wish. People that live in the Everglades, shut your pie hole. Leave the animals alone. Thank you for watching. Visit us at larryandjane.com.